Hello and welcome to Manchester United News Update, your go-to source for all the latest news, match updates, and behind-the-scenes stories from Old Trafford. Whether you're a lifelong Red Devil or a new fan, we've got you covered with all the exciting developments from our beloved club. If you enjoy our content and want to stay updated, please hit that subscribe button and support our channel. Let's keep the Manchester United spirit alive and strong. Unai Emery has further strengthened his squad ahead of Aston Villa's Champions League campaign. Villa have already brought in two central midfielders this summer in Enzo Berenakea from Juventus and Ross Barkley from Luton Town. Unai Emery is further strengthening his squad ahead of Aston Villa's Champions League campaign. Unai Emery has further strengthened his squad ahead of Aston Villa's Champions League campaign. Villa have already brought in two central midfielders this summer in Enzo Berenakea from Juventus and Ross Barkley from Luton Town. The video you are trying to watch cannot be viewed from your current country or location. Take a look at Amadou Onana's best bits for Everton as he completes a move to Aston Villa. Aston Villa have completed a 50 million deal for midfielder Amadou Onana from Everton. Unai Emery is further strengthening his squad ahead of Aston Villa's Champions League campaign. Onana made 72 appearances for Everton, including 37 last season in all competitions, after joining from Lille for 30 meters in 2022. Onana played for Belgium at Euro 2024 this summer, as his nation was knocked out by France in the last 16. Villa have already brought in two central midfielders this summer with the additions of Enzo Berenakea from Juventus and Ross Barkley from Luton Town. Onana becomes Villa's 8th signing of the summer transfer window after the arrivals of Ian Matson, Berenakea, Samuel Eiling Jr., Barkley, Lewis Dobbin, Cameron Archer, and Jadon Philogene. Aston Villa may not have found a like-for-like replacement for Douglas Luiz, but in reinvesting the 21 million received in the sale of the Brazil international to Juventus on Onana, Unai Emery is getting a player of immense potential. The 22-year-old impressed in a disappointing Euros campaign for Belgium this summer, and Villa have moved to see off competition for a player whose stock is set to rise. Onana's worth is what he ultimately is to Aston Villa. For Everton, he wasn't universally admired by their supporters, but his arrival at his new club further bolsters their depth in all departments ahead of their return to Europe's top table. His call to arms were depicted by some fans at Everton as playing to the galleries when his performances were not always consistent. "Give us something to shout about," was often the general sentiment of the Goulatis Street. A penalty shootout miss from the midfielder in the Carabao Cup quarter-finals against Fulham certainly didn't help enamor those dissenters at the start of a 14-game winless streak over the winter. But his composure in possession and in tight spaces was also evident as he returned to the side on a regular basis during Everton's surge to survival. The Merseyside club were placed in a position where they had to sell this summer, and in allowing Onana to depart, it gives them hope of retaining other key assets, namely Jared Branthwaite and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Onana always set his sights high when he arrived in England 2 summers ago, and so joining a Champions League club now matches those lofty ambitions. It is therefore a deal that suits all parties. The 2024 summer transfer window in the Premier League and Scottish Premiership is officially open. The window will close on August 30th at 11 p.m. UK time in England and at 11:30 p.m. in Scotland. The Premier League and Scottish Premiership brought forward deadline day to link up with the other major leagues in Europe. The closing dates were set following discussions with the leagues in England, Germany, Italy, Spain, and France.